Hey, what's going on, guys? Jack Reeve, TalkNorwichCity here, back for day three of the daily videos over this World Cup period. The World Cup has yet to begin. I'm 3 days in. I'm fairly chuffed I've got this far. Just another month or so to go. I'm down at Yarmouth Beach. The lovely wind turbines over there. We've got a Tern estuary just behind. And also, this is going to be hosting the Yarmouth Air Show this weekend. If you're coming to the Yarmouth Air Show, let me know. This is all about what the YouTube comments are for. Also, have you entered your fantasy football team on Fans? But yeah, I know I've been banging on about it, but there is just 1 day left. It is a good opportunity to win a wedge of cash. You haven't just got to finish first. There is a whole load of prizes, £25,000 pot of money, could be yours. Links in the description. You simply pick a fantasy football team, like everything else. There's loads of money up for grabs, and money goes to fan initiatives. It's lovely. Links in the description. The World Cup is upon us. There is 1 day to go. Kicking off with Russia, Saudi Arabia. Not overly sure who to support in that. My dad did work a lot of time in Saudi Arabia, so I might go for the underdog. Come on the Saudis. Anyway, England. I'm really excited for this World Cup. Actually, I've slowly but surely started to fall in love with England again. I think it's fair to say that a lot of people my age, and probably 5 years older and 5 years younger than me, are fairly disillusioned with the whole England setup, because certainly in my lifetime, and I'm 20 years old, I haven't seen a successful, a successful England squad in a major tournament. And I've lived through some fairly good teams. I mean, you look at that golden generation: Lampard, Gerrard, Ferdinand, Beckham, Cole, Owen, and nothing happened in that time. It's a bit gutting, and there were certainly wasted opportunities. However, we go into this year's World Cup with not the best team on paper. I mean, we've got some good players. You've got Harry Kane, who of course Norwich City made. You've got Dele Alli. I really like Raheem Sterling. And then you've even got the likes of sort of Jordan Henderson, who I think go under the radar a little bit, but on their day can be very influential players. But I think the big thing about this tournament, and I'm very surprised I'm saying this, but is Gareth Southgate. I think he's actually a really decent manager, dare I say it. And this is probably now going to end in England capitulating and going out in the round of 16. But I really like the look of him. I was reading a fantastic article in the Times today, kind of about the unity of this squad, and I think that's actually been helped by the treatment of Raheem Sterling in some of the tabloid press. I mean, the treatment of Raheem Sterling in general has been disgusting, and it has been for years, but it seems like that bond has been strengthened even more so with the team rallying around Raheem Sterling, because, you know, he's a fantastic player who's just won the league with Manchester City, and he's being ridiculed in that paper in question for a long while. But the unity is there, I think, and that hasn't been there in recent years. So that fills me with confidence. We've got a group with Panama, Tunisia and Belgium. Belgium, of course, are a very strong team, but I think we can certainly beat them. Panama and Tunisia we should be beating. However, we've been in groups in previous campaigns where we should have been rolling them over, and we've drawn to the likes of Algeria and such. But in general, I think the lack of expectation is always quite promising, because it means you can't really be disappointed with the eventual outcome, unless we lose to Panama and Tunisia and get knocked out fairly quickly. But we've got into tournaments before, even Euro 2016, you know, when we got knocked out by Iceland. Expectation was still quite high. It's a little easy. I've just seen a seal. That's always really nice to see. That's taken a slight different route in my concentration of thought there. Apologies. Yeah, expectation isn't there, which is good, because we can go into this tournament with a slight weight off our shoulders. But I like what Gareth Southgate is doing. I like how he manages them. The qualifying group, admittedly, like previous campaigns, has been weak in terms of the competition we've got. But we sailed through that with ease. The most promising thing for me were the first half displays. First half displays against Nigeria and Costa Rica. I thought we looked really good. We played with pace, we played with a bit of intensity. And that's always nice to see from an England team, because, you know, we haven't really seen that. But the World Cup is always a good time. The weather is usually good. I've got some lovely memories from watching Eric Dyer bang one in top bins against Russia in that was in Euro 2016, wasn't it? I was actually with Bod and Greeno from Inter Matalan in the Jolly Farmers in Ormsby, where they always put up a temporary projector to show the major football tournaments, and it always gets punched off the roof in celebration. The projector actually got punched off the ceiling, and we missed the rest of the game of England versus Germany when Lampard scored that goal that never counted. I can remember when I was like, God, how old would I have been in 2006? I'd been 9. I can remember vividly, for some reason, watching us play Paraguay in a pub, and Trinidad and Tobago. I think Peter Crouch scored that time. Joe Cole's goal against Sweden. Considering the complete lack of kind of reward we've seen from this England team, I have had some happy memories from major tournaments. So hopefully we'll have some more this tournament. I'm excited. I don't think we'll win the World Cup, that's for sure. Although Tony Cottee at work did predict that we maybe would win the World Cup. I'm not overly sure how much we can read into Tony Cottee's opinion, but I admire his optimism. I think it will be probably, I'm actually going to go with France to win the World Cup. I think France look good and maybe have gone under the radar a little more than they should have done. Yeah, I'll go with that. Anyway, for some reason there is a ton of seals out in the North Sea tonight, so I'll show you them. You probably can't see them. You might just see a black dot appear in a moment. I'm going to get back on my run. This is a fantastic excuse to have a break halfway through. Thank you very much for watching. Enter your fantasy football teams on FansBet. They've been really good to me, so you can be good to them in return. Yeah, thanks for watching. The World Cup starts tomorrow. Crazy. See you later.